Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay?
Kanye West just reminded everyone why the Kardashians get nervous every time he opens his mouth. The moment they managed to get Britney Spears to appear in a friendly little video with them, Kanye jumped online and dropped a bomb claiming they made over $200 million off her conservatorship. That shook people instantly because the Kardashians' questionable ties to that situation were already being whispered about, but Kanye came in with details nobody had ever heard before. According to him, the Kardashians were allegedly helping the well-known Hollywood executive Lou Taylor move Britney's money around, and they were getting a percentage in return.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me, and they when I asked them how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly, it took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah. So look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now. Yeah. You can see there's not much of her left.
That had people stunned because it made the whole situation look way deeper than anyone expected. And if you think Britney was the only person caught up in that system, think again, because word going around says she wasn't the only target. The shocking part is the claim that they almost managed to get Kanye himself wrapped up in that same conservatorship setup. That's what really had people talking, because it made his warning sound way more serious than anyone ever realized. And now that he's speaking on it again, folks online are looking sideways at every move the Kardashians make. As many people already remember, Britney was trapped in that conservatorship from 2008 until 2021, and the whole world watched her fight her way out of it.
I honestly like to sue my family, to be totally honest with you. I also would like to be able to share my story with the world and what they did to me, instead of it being a hush-hush secret to benefit all of them. I want to be able to be heard on what they did to me. By making me keep this in for so long is not good for my heart. I've been so angry and I cry every day. It concerns me. I'm told I'm not allowed to expose the people who did this to me. For my sanity, I need you, to the judge, to approve me, do an interview where I can be heard on what they did to me. And actually, I have the right to use my voice and take up for myself. My attorney says I can't, it's not good. I can't let the public know anything they did to me, and by not saying anything is saying it's okay. I don't know what I said here. It's not okay. I don't want to interview. I'd much rather just have an open call to you for the press to hear, which I didn't know today we're doing. So thank you.
Now Kanye's suggesting there was a whole hidden system behind the scenes, and suddenly everything feels way more intense than before. She ended up losing control over her own money and basically every major part of her life under that setup. By 2021, the Free Britney movement exploded, and people finally started digging into how this whole conservatorship even got approved in the first place. Folks want to know exactly who pushed it, who benefited, and how they could help her break out of it. That's when everything started pointing back to Lou Taylor, the powerhouse behind a well-known Hollywood management company. Reports revealed something wild, that Britney's father, Jamie Spears, had allegedly taken a little over $40,000 from Lou, and that money wasn't just a loan. It was the beginning of a whole plan, according to what people uncovered. To cover that alleged loan, they supposedly came up with a strategy to place Britney under that conservatorship, and once she was locked in, Jamie would suddenly have access to huge amounts of her earnings, enough to pay back that $40,000 easily and still walk away with serious money. The claim is that Jamie and Lou were set to split those millions, turning Britney's entire life into a business arrangement they both profited from. When people learned this, everything about the conservatorship looked way more calculated and way more intentional than anyone ever imagined. Britney's mom even revealed in her memoir that Lou and Jamie were already talking about putting Britney under a conservatorship while she was still in the hospital.
Oh, we're just chilling.
In our geriatric bed.
Yeah. This bed vibrates.
That detail made everything feel even more unsettling because it showed how early the conversation started. But the real twist is where the Kardashians slide into this whole story. And trust me, it's not a small connection. Multiple reports say the Kardashians have long-standing business ties with Lou Taylor and her company TriStar. Court documents from 2020 to 2021 list Lou as the agent for service of process for several Kardashian-Jenner companies, meaning whenever those brands got sued, the paperwork went straight to her. This covered everything from Kim's KKW Fragrance, Kylie's King Kylie LLC, Kris's Kardashian Jenner Family Foundation, Kendall's 818 Tequila, and even Travis Scott's Cactus Jack brand. That kind of access shows just how close Lou was to that entire empire. Now here's where things get intense. Britney's fans claim Lou allegedly pushed a chunk of Britney's money through TriStar and funneled it into Kardashian projects as a way to move it around quietly. People online believe this same money helped skyrocket Kylie Cosmetics to the top, and they even claim it played a role in Kim buying a mansion in cash right after everything went down. These allegations had fans digging even deeper. One fan who was leading the whole investigation broke it down with a shocking statement saying the Kardashians didn't just supposedly benefit from $200 million. The claim was they actually walked away with $600 million. That number had the internet stunned, because if even a fraction of that is true, it means the story behind Britney's conservatorship is way bigger and way deeper than anyone expected. People online started saying Kim was directly tied to the whole plot to get control of Britney's alleged $600 million, pointing to her connection with Lou Taylor and the claims that they were working together to move Britney's money around. It didn't help that Kim reportedly paid cash for a mansion right after everything went down, which had folks raising eyebrows and asking serious questions. A well-known journalist, Liz Crokin, even dropped a long tweet last year saying, "The Kardashians and Diddy are clients of Lou Taylor's TriStar. Taylor was the mastermind of Britney Spears' illegal and corrupt conservatorship that the pop star compared to sex trafficking. Kylie Jenner's cosmetic company was potentially used to launder Spears' money." That tweet took things to a whole different level because it connected multiple major celebrities to the same Hollywood power player. And remember when I mentioned Lou allegedly tried to bring other stars into a similar conservatorship setup? Well, Lindsay Lohan was supposedly one of the people they had their eyes on, but her father wasn't anything like Jamie Spears, so the situation never moved forward. That detail had people talking nonstop because it made the whole thing feel bigger and way more strategic than anyone imagined. Even though the Kardashians showed public support for Britney during the Free Britney movement, tons of people online called it fake and said they did it just for publicity. What made it worse was when fans found out Lou was invited to Kris's recent birthday party. That had social media confused, because how do you claim to stand with Britney while kicking it with the person accused of setting up her conservatorship? It didn't add up at all. At this point, many people believe the Kardashians' friendship and business partnership with Lou Taylor says more than any public statement they've ever made. The whole situation feels messy, suspicious, and packed with unanswered questions, and every new detail makes it look even more complicated. People were shocked when they noticed that Lou Taylor even showed up at Kris's birthday celebration, and that alone had social media buzzing with all kinds of theories. Some fans online were saying things like Britney gonna end up washed ashore, that we're got King Ra, because they felt the whole situation looked way too close for comfort. But here's where things take a sharp turn, because the internet has been talking about Lou being linked to way more than Britney's conservatorship, and those conversations get intense fast. Online discussions have also tied her name to the serious accusations surrounding Diddy, with people claiming she was connected to some of the situations being investigated. None of this has been confirmed, but the rumors were loud, especially after Kanye jumped online a while back and made a string of explosive tweets that had everyone stunned. Kanye posted messages saying the Kardashians are sex workers and they sex traffic all of the black children they strategically produce. Kim Kardashian is a sex trafficker. I don't like that Twigs has my daughter in her video dressing all grown. I would have expected more from Twigs. It's F all you N's. My soul is black and watch. Y'all don't believe me and just say I'm crazy. His quote set social media on fire instantly because they were some of the boldest claims he had ever made. Then he added another message saying, "The grandmother signed for the sex tape." That line had people staring at their screens in disbelief because he basically doubled down on everything he had already said. Whether people agreed with him or not, the impact of those tweets was immediate, and they pushed a lot of folks to start questioning what was really going on behind the scenes. Online conversations got even louder when a claim started circulating saying, "I am 100% convinced that my children are in a sex trafficking ring." That statement had people stunned because it pushed the situation into extremely serious territory, but instead of clearing anything up, the internet kept digging, and that's when Kris Jenner's old controversy resurfaced. A while back, folks found out Kris had opened something called the California Community Church, and that discovery had everybody talking again. Members, which reportedly included her daughters and several well-known celebrities, were required to pay around $1,000 a month just to be part of the church. That fee alone had people side-eyeing the whole setup because it didn't look like any regular church arrangement. On top of that, members were also expected to pay over 10% of their earnings as tithes, which only made things look even more unusual. A lot of people online have always believed that the 10% rule was being used mainly as a tax strategy, something that let certain people move their money around without raising red flags. That theory never really went away, and it still gets brought up in discussions today. But now that people are revisiting old details with fresh eyes, some believe the situation might go even deeper than just tax talk. Every time a new information pops up, the whole church situation looks more mysterious, and social media keeps trying to figure out what the real purpose behind it was. People online also started pointing out that Diddy was reportedly one of Lou Taylor's clients, and that led to a wave of new theories popping up. Some folks on the internet claimed the California Community Church was receiving charity donations connected to Diddy, and those donations were supposedly being used to quietly settle serious accusations he was facing. Nothing in that discussion was ever confirmed, but the speculation spread fast because the connections looked suspicious to a lot of people. Then more conversations began forming around Kim and her past involvement with Lou, with some claiming Kim was allegedly working with Lou at one point to try and get Kanye pushed into a conservatorship the same way Britney was. According to what people online were saying, the plan supposedly involved getting doctors to diagnose him with conditions he didn't actually have, so they could use those diagnoses to justify giving him heavy doses of lithium. That part had a lot of people alarmed because it sounded similar to what Britney herself shared in court. She talked about being given large amounts of lithium that made her feel unstable, and she said it was used against her later. Now, while we're still talking about Britney, nobody really knows what her current relationship with the Kardashians looks like, but fans definitely noticed she recently appeared in a video with them. That shocked people because after everything that came out about her conservatorship, folks didn't expect them to be publicly linked again. A lot of people believe the Kardashians are only showing up around Britney now to protect their public image, especially since more people online are starting to question what really happened in the past. But at the end of the day, everybody agrees on one thing. The only person who can truly protect Britney now is Britney herself. And with all these conversations happening at once, social media is watching every move with a sharp eye, trying to figure out what's real and what's just noise. One person online dropped a warning saying they're about to put her in a conservatorship so fast she won't even realize. They're trying to make her believe they are her friends to earn that trust. Then boom, that comment had people shook because it sounded way too similar to what Britney already lived through. Another person added, so most of the bad things that have happened to her have been her own fault for not being smart enough to see who she surrounds herself with, and I'm not going to talk about her choice of partner, which always turns out badly for her. That one sparked a whole debate because people felt like Britney has always been surrounded by folks who don't really protect her. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the Kardashians allegedly getting involved with Britney's money situation? And do you honestly think they're trying to get close to her just to benefit from her name and her situation? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to see what you really think. And make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment because there's plenty more messy stories coming your way. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video. And I'll see you on the next one.